leadership, just to give you a magnitude of what we've seen today, this is only the 10th F4 tornado since 1950 in the United States. It's the first since 2011. And for somebody that has seen and had to respond as governor to a couple of storms now, it is a lot different from anything I've ever seen. Just total destruction in many places. And on behalf of Marty and Amy Porter that's with me today, the rest of our family, our thoughts and prayers are with this community and so many others across the state of Georgia and the South that were literally devastated by these very strong storms that came through. And just want you to know that we're going to do everything in our power with the state resources that we have, working with the locals to help this community rebuild. Our state has been very resilient during this whole year in this COVID-19 pandemic. And in many ways, this community was starting to get back to normal with certainly the high school behind it, back in person. And now that has been upended once again. But I have great hope and optimism from the people that are here today that they are not going to cry over spilt milk or knock down trees or damaged homes. They're going to pull the bootstraps up, and we'll be there to help them to rebuild and to continue on. I did just want to mention a couple of things. I want to thank all the volunteers, literally from all over this part of the state, many other places, for what you're doing to help this community. When I was driving in, I saw people, stacking up clothing articles, toiletry supplies, water, food. Some of our great companies like Home Depot and others are on the ground helping as well. I want to encourage people, if you want to donate, be very careful about how you're doing that. I would steer you to the Red Cross. Obviously, Coweta County is managing that as well. If you're going to other places, just make sure and check those out, because people, unfortunately, will take advantage of you in a situation like this. Just to let you know who we're working with here at the local level and in these communities, not only here in Coweta County, but in Polk, Heard, Bartow, and others. Director Stallings is here with the Georgia Emergency Management Agency. We've had DOT crews here, Georgia Department of Transportation, helping with road clearing. We have the Georgia State Patrol, Department of Natural Resources. Commissioner Williams is here. He texted me right after the storm and said their boats were leaving at 3 a.m. to head this way the morning after the storm to be here to start clearing roads. And we certainly appreciate them. The Forestry Commission is doing the same thing. Director Lauermore is here. I want to thank all the surrounding counties that haven't been affected that are helping with mutual aid. We appreciate them. And then we also have the incident management team that has stood up at the local EMA to basically be extra personnel to help them, because obviously a lot of the individuals that would normally do that, they have their own issues with their homes and their families and are out in the neighborhoods trying to help. So we're glad to do that. I also wanted to just thank Congressman Ferguson for his leadership, our insurance commissioner and fire safety commissioner, General John King, who is with us today as well. I know John has been here all morning. I want to thank the local legislative delegation, Representative Smith, Bonner, Singleton, and Jenkins, and Senator Brass as well. And then just so many of the local elected officials from Coweta County, from the city of Noonan, all their first responder personnel, whether it's law enforcement, fire, and others, as well as school board members, and certainly the leadership of the principal and superintendent Horton. We are grateful. We're going to be here as long as we need to. We'll continue to help. And just thank you guys for being here this morning. Again, I encourage you, if you want to help, just make sure you know where your donations or supplies are going. Check with Coweta County on that, the Red Cross, any of your trusted places of worship. And from there, just make sure you know where you donate. Thank you very much. And I'm going to throw it to Director Stallings to give you a brief update, and he'll throw it to General King.
It's a heartbreaking situation there out of South Georgia. Our Justin Michaels is in Noonan. We'll check back in with him. as the governor tours the neighborhood. It's hit hard by that EF4 tornado, and the south isn't out of the severe threat yet. So